Okay, hi everybody. We are in the studio now, live with Dhara.
Hey, hello.
There they are. We got 3 of 4 in here today. So if you guys don't know who Dhara is, they are a prog band. Is that what you would?
Instrumental.
Instrumental.
Yeah.
Prog rock. There we go. It's been so long since I've said these words because I haven't seen you guys in so long.
Yeah.
All right, but we're stoked. You guys are here, and we have all unreleased music to listen to today.
Yeah, pretty much.
So that's exciting.
All stuff from our new film and album called Elemental 4, where we are premiering a movie, a film, on December 5th at Belmore Movies. It's basically The Wall. It's our little rock, I guess we call it a ballet.
Yeah, a rock ballet.
A rock opera ballet that tells a story from beginning to end. People can come. It's free, too.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
so you just have to show up.
Literally.
So there's really no excuse.
we took away the excuses.
Yeah.
They're like, $10 getting in the way of you coming out?
No,
The only
Not this
thing you gotta
time.
do is RSVP because there's a limit to seats.
Awesome.
So that's it. We have it on Partyful. If you just go to our link.
Yeah.
I'm uploading everything up front so we can talk.
Yeah, all link in bio, Instagram and stuff like that. And
We'll share our socials in a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So it's a film, and I saw you guys have been working on it for years.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I saw 7 years, or probably more.
Well, the music is like a accumulation of like all of the songs that we've played over like the past 7 years, plus like new tunes. There's like transition points in between different songs, so it's like one long streamed concept. But
like 2 years of editing and mixing, and it was done live over 2 performances. So it was just a lot of figuring out, which takes were the best, and but it still feels really live, you know.
Yeah.
Well, because it was. We
Yeah.
had the whole performance was captured twice, and that's the album. Like we just took whatever I guess like lined up with what was in the film the most, and that whole kind of performance is just sort of captured. Like you just spliced it between those 2 takes, and that was it. So it was 2 years of kind of piecing that together, because we are still fully independent, so it takes a while to do things.
We all have day jobs.
We all have day jobs.
Yeah.
And the year that we spent leading up to the performance and the recording of it all, like 2 years ago, that was that was kind of like an interesting experience, because for a 4-piece independent band to take on something of this size and collaborate with 5 ballerinas to make it happen, and then also do a light show, and also have a visual thing going on, and also build set pieces and have costumes and masks and everything, and not to mention like compose music specifically for it to feel a cohesive album. All in the span of kind of, I think, like 8 months or so.
That's it, yeah.
Just to make it all happen. And that was not the thing we were working on full time. So
Right,
Yeah.
no. Was that the show you're talking about that you did at Viola?
Yes.
Cool. All right. How was that? I didn't get to go.
It was the most nervous I've ever been in my life.
Really?
Same.
There wasn't even that big of a crowd each time. It was like 60 people.
That's still decent, though.
We
Yeah.
did sell out. We had
sold
2
out both
performances that were both sold out. So it was nervous, because we were nervous, I think, because it was just like the 4 of us bearing our souls and just taking on something that we had never done before, and we had to just kind of execute in these 2 shots that we got.
We only got 2 shots.
Yeah.
So there was a lot.
One opportunity.
Yeah.
No pressure.
So cool. So now those shots are in this movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So that's December 5th at Belmore.
Belmore Movies.
Belmore Movies.
Yep.
Oh, I think I know exactly where that is. And then they have that spot upstairs, right? It's like a bar upstairs.
I think it's a different
place.
There's two movie theaters.
There's two
in
movie.
Belleville.
Yeah.
There we go.
You're thinking of Playhouse.
Playhouse.
Yes.
Playhouse is different.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So don't get confused like me, guys. This is your only chance. All right. So wait. So where are we going again?
Belmore
And what time?
movies.
Yeah.
And Belmore.
Belmore movies, 7 p.m. is the doors, and the film starts at 7:30.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay. I actually have this in my calendar.
Awesome.
Nice.
And I have had it in my calendar since I saw you released it.
Jackie, you've done a lot for us.
Yeah, yes.
For like since this band started, basically. So I'm not shocked.
No, I actually, once I saw the 7 years thing, I was like, have I known them for
You have?
7 years?
Yeah.
Oh, very much so.
Yeah.
I know, right? Like, so, yeah, I guess I was there the whole time. So I'm hoping I can make it. If not, I have one job question mark in there right now. But if
No
I don't
worries.
have to do it, then I'll be there for sure. And I hope everyone else is there. And I know that maybe you don't even know what Dhara sounds like. So
Right.
I think now is a good time.
Yeah, so let's play the opening of this concert.
Yes.
Yeah, so tell everyone. So this is
Yeah.
what you're going to be seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what you're about to listen to is the overture, essentially. I'm not qualified to use that word, but
Yeah, you are.
whatever.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you are.
So what you're about to listen to is the overture of our concert film, and this is called The Conduit, and following it will be the first song that we played there, which is called The Place and Time.
Yep.
All right, awesome. And this is a part of your... Wow, I shut myself off instead of the music. So this is a part of your film. And again, that's going to be on December 5th. So everybody enjoy. This is local band Dhara. And you can find them streaming everywhere and right here on WUSB.
because it was guilt.
And here we are, guys. That was the first two opening tracks in Dhara's new film that is going to be released on December 5th. What's it called again?
Elemental 4.
Elemental 4. Okay. And that's at the Belmore Theater. So you guys want to talk about these tracks we just listened to?
Sure. So the opening track, the overture, is called The Conduit. Mm-hmm. And this is tied to this character, essentially, in the story that Chris will talk about in a second.
Sure.
Basically, the idea was to kind of set the scene for what was about to happen, and we wanted to just kind of represent some key themes and just really just pull people in, and then A Place and Time kind of starts the first act of this story, essentially. That's the song we heard, and then we had the interlude that plays into the following song, which we didn't play yet, but that's for people to kind of, explore on their own, or come see the movie and you'll hear the rest, essentially.
So,
I think this is a good way to lead into the story.
Sure. So the story I wrote is very mythological in nature. I kind of wanted to pull from more kind of like the ancient stories. The Elemental 4 is also kind of autobiographical in it that the 4 of the 5 characters are basically just representation or proxies of each member of the band, whereas the 5th character is basically the band.
Oh,
together, right?
That's so nice.
Yeah.
And that
I love that.
So
that 5th
wholesome.
character
That's
is
so
called
sweet.
the Conduit.
The Conduit.
Yeah, the
So
Conduit,
we wanted to present the Conduit as its kind of like unhindered being, essentially,
Yeah.
like in its full form.
It is greater than
its
some
parts.
of its parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And each character is basically represented by an animal. So, for instance, Kay is the eagle, right? You're the eagle.
And Kay is here. Austin is here.
Austin.
As the ram. Yeah.
I'm the buck. And Ryan, who unfortunately isn't here, is the mammoth. And basically there is a meteor coming towards their planet. They're basically like these demigods. Not saying that we're demigods.
We took some creative license there.
Yeah. And they get separated to the 4 corners of their planet because an earthquake basically tears them apart. And they need to come back together to summon the Conduit to basically save their planet. And they're going to try to destroy the meteor. But it's very much like the tale of like Sisyphus, in which at the end, not to spoil it, but I guess I will. The Conduit decides not to destroy it. Instead, puts it back up into the atmosphere, knowing that someday it will come down. So it's kind of like, like real life, it just keeps going, and we do the work like Sisyphus. We push the boulder up, knowing that it will come back down. Yeah. And like, in life, like, you have to keep going and working, and there is an ending to everything. Nothing's endless. So that's it. That's my artsy,
that's all.
Artsy fartsy.
Well, and the other theme is just, you kind of, your tribe is there for a reason, and leaning on your friends and loved ones and caring for them ultimately is the way to crawl out of a tough situation. I think that's kind of the biggest theme that stood out for me in the story, and just
this is definitely a product of the pandemic a little bit, just because everyone was so separated.
Oh yeah,
didn't get to see each other, didn't get to we used to go listened to local bands like at least once a week before that, right? And like the scene kind of changed completely when everything had to shut down, and it hasn't really, unfortunately, like recovered to those levels yet. So it was kind of like another, just like the yearning for that is also part of like the story, and some of the music was written in a way that kind of pulls on that a bit, at least from my perspective, just because we had written the songs together. Obviously, like all our music is written together as a band, but for some of the themes and the interludes, the guys allowed me a little more creative license and just told me to kind of run with it. So I really just sort of, poured everything that I felt, would serve this the best, and then kind of wrote all these interludes and recorded them myself, and kind of that's sort of what you hear on the album. That's what we used at the performance. That's what will be at the screening and whenever this is released.
Yeah, you kind of watch the character development like in the entire performance. Like you see the different like interactions between the different elements and the struggles they go through, and there's like
a lot of trials.
Yeah, a lot of trials.
A lot of trials.
Yeah.
They have to fight a giant robot. They have to fight a giant bear.
There's earthquakes happening.
Yeah.
And then there's ballerinas.
Yes. So they represent the so a very talented friend of mine, Claire Cuny, is a ballerina, and
a stellar musician.
And a stellar musician too.
Yes.
But she basically took a lot of inspiration from the Martha Graham School, and a lot of those dancers went to the Martha Graham School of Dance. So it's very it's a little less flourishy and more internal way of like dancing. I'm probably butchering this, but it was perfect for this, and the way the dancers are, not only she reflected not only our personalities but also the animals, like in each way, like the way they move. There's like motifs and like things that they bring back, and if you see the film, you'll kind of see what that's like, and it's very, very beautiful. So Claire Cuny, shout out.
Yes, and the 4 ballerinas that like worked tirelessly to learn everything, to practice, to make this happen. Essentially, like they did it so naturally, like it, because our music, Jackie, you're familiar with us. You know that we don't really play in 4/4. We have odd rhythms and all kinds of nonsense happening all the time, and it's kind of the people that know us, the people that have listened to us play live or elsewhere, they're familiar with that. But to then throw in ballerinas who are used to like classical music and like very structured rhythms and like no crazy changes in tempo or time signature.
Yeah, they mentioned that was like the hardest thing was getting around that. It was like odd time signature.
I apologize profusely for writing the stuff I wrote.
Because I mean, like a lot of dance is always like on like the 5, 6, 7, 8,
Right.
and like to not have that, like measures are in 7 or in 5, and
Or
you're like
15.
5, 7, then move again. Like it was really incredible watching that all. Like,
she did a great job.
They did a great job. All 5 of them did a fantastic job of just embodying not only the characters so naturally, but also just like effortlessly, just like the performance just flowed a certain way that it was honestly, it was kind of tough to like get through the performance, because it was like, okay, you have to not only play your parts right, but you have this like responsibility to make sure that like they are also like in sync with everything, and like that was a very a different scenario than like what I've ever been exposed to in my life.
They were probably loving it though, because that's so different for them too, I'm sure, especially going to like a dance school, like you're dancing for a band.
They definitely did it for the love.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they did.
As Lord knows there's no money in this.
Right.
But they were troopers too.
They really were.
I think some of them weren't feeling the best the day of, and they they powered through
Just
it.
powered through it anyway.
Yeah.
And 2 performances in the same night, no less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Oh,
the
it
thing.
was 2 in the same day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We had a matinee showing that was at 4, and then another one that started at like 7.
9.
Or is it 9?
Yeah,
It was 9. Yeah,
It's a
we
long
needed
day.
that time to reset the entire
breathe
thing
in between.
because even like the production of the whole show, it was pretty much all done DIY.
Yeah. Mhm.
Like Chris's mom sewed together the costumes.
Really?
Like I was
Yeah.
sitting there with like a Dremel, like modifying these masks that the dancers were wearing so they can actually see through them and stuff. So a lot of it was just the band just getting our hands dirty. Like me and Kay were putting together
We designed
the
and built
meteor.
the meteor.
Yeah.
That was the set
The
piece
set
hanging
piece.
above
Yeah.
the stage, actually.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of like just working on weekends, trying to like and talking to each other every single day, just going like, oh, I got this far, and like I have an idea for like how to solve this
Yeah.
problem.
Staying up till 3 a.m. programming
yeah.
lights.
That's awesome, though. And this is your kind of your work, right? Because you work with a lot of visual stuff. So
Yeah.
is that where you got inspiration to do an actual film? Or?
Well, I would say that we were like me and Austin were big fans of the band Genesis back in the Peter Gabriel era,
Yeah.
and he did a lot of on-stage shenanigans that were that influenced me.
Costumes, big
as a
props
kid.
and stuff, and like stuff that like just went with the message of the music along with it. And like me and Chris definitely take from that because it's like it reinforces like the musical idea that you're trying to convey in a visual, and that's so impactful that
Yeah.
we were just like we want to do this.
Like The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway
Yeah.
was a huge influence as a kid. And I always wanted to do that, but we didn't have a singer because usually the front man's the one that is dressing
Does
up.
all this.
Right.
So that's where the dancers came into play. That's why we couldn't.
you
dress
guys are
up.
all the front men.
Yeah, we're very much in the back. If I could,
At the concert, our job was to stay out of the way as
Yeah.
much as possible. So it was like we had to kind of be very mindful of just this is just logistically alone, because like there's an athleticism to the performance that the ballerinas brought into this, and so we were like, okay, we have to like occupy a space in a way that we do not interfere with them, and like there's no moshing, there's not going to be any like interactions that we're used to as like just bandmates on stage, right?
Yeah, it's so different.
So
You're
it was very-
ballerinas.
Yeah, on the stage, we maximum gave them 10 square feet.
It was more than that.
You think-
It was more than 10 square feet, but,
Ish.
we tried to like shrink ourselves as much as possible just to be like, and placing lights, placing the towers, placing the gear, placing like.
Which
even
shout
cables.
out to Viola Media and Joe Rubino and Kai and Rob and all those dudes that are at West Industries. They like really helped us put together and fill in like just the audio capture and the video crew. Like Mike, you're amazing cinematographer.
Yeah.
Like that really made like a huge difference because when we were editing the video, watching it back, I was like,
I couldn't believe
like,
some of the shots.
they were amazing. I was like, this is perfect.
But
you know?
also just, there was a lot of, as is kind of normal, I guess, at a production of this scale when you are just doing as independent, just a bunch of dudes kind of like, okay, we're going to make this happen.
Because
Like,
no
let's
one's doing
try it.
this, anything like this.
Yeah.
Like, at a
No.
higher
So,
level.
There's no template
Low
to
level.
follow, and it was just very like, all right, any troubleshooting we have to do is just gonna have to happen, and we're the only ones that have to like figure out the problem, solve it, and move on to the next one. So it was very there was a lot of tenacity that everyone showed in making it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of skill, especially it truly is completely something different. Like to make a movie too. Like you could have stopped at we're doing this ballerina show at West Industry, but you're like, no, now it's a film. So it's like it's so different. That's really cool. I really hope I can make it to that. And so you guys are in the movie, and then you have the dancers.
Right.
Cool.
We're
cool.
you can see us like
Just
in some
barely.
frames basically.
Yeah.
Just squeezed in the back.
It's about the
Pretty
much.
the performance of the
Yeah.
ballerinas
Yeah.
mostly. That's
Yeah.
kind of what you'll see mostly. Some shots we make an appearance.
Yeah, but you guys have the whole message of the film and the animals
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the story that you just told us.
Yep.
That's very exciting. And tell everyone again, if they're just tuning in, where they can see this film.
So we are screening our concert film Elemental 4 on December 5th at 7 p.m. at Belmore Movies It's an independent theater across the railroad station in Belmore. So
Right in the parking lot.
right in the parking lot. It's a short walk from the parking lot, and it's a free event. If you want to attend, our Instagram has a link for RSVP, because it'd be good to book your seat,
Yeah.
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 because they are going.
So it's an independent theater. So do they have other independent films, I guess, all the time?
Yeah,
Is that-
yeah.
Yeah.
They had they have some like indie films over there. I think they was the new Blue Moon, the new movie coming out.
Wow.
With some bigger names, you know.
But actually, they also do like quirky stuff. Like I think Friday they had the cast of The Sopranos, like some of the
Yeah.
cast
Yes.
of The Sopranos there.
On the
Yeah.
on the 21st.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I got to
So-
look
I think.
into this place.
It's kind of cool, you know.
No, I love that because it seems very much like a community like theater, actually. Like,
Yeah.
especially if you guys are doing your film there, and
Yeah.
and they're trying to keep it interesting with
It's
Sopranos.
like it's 330 seats though. Kind of big.
Yeah.
But also, it's not just like some dude with a projector. Like it's actually a really
Yeah.
high res
Yeah,
kind of
it's-
situation.
I had to learn.
You just
that.
walk into a warehouse with a projector. Don't
No,
worry,
I-
guys, it's free.
I had to learn how to make a DCP, which is how when you watch a movie at the theater, it has to be packaged that way, like a real theater. You
What
know?
is DCP? Is that like the film size or something?
It's a
or-
special type of formatting where like they use a series of JPEGs and a waveform, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and it's lossless, so it looks really, really good.
It's uncompressed.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
uncompressed.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, this sounds like it was such a project for you guys. And,
Oh yeah.
And so your show was 2 years ago?
Yeah.
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 11/11/2023.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's when we did it.
Wow. I remember when you were doing it, and I can't believe it was already 2 years ago. So,
We can't either.
yeah,
I know.
wow.
Yeah, we watch the film now, and it's like, guys, we did that.
Yeah.
Like, that's us in the film. We did this.
Yeah, like already.
Yeah.
And now we have a film about it. Well, that's really exciting. And I know we were, earlier, if you're just tuning in, we were listening to some of the opening tracks. We listened to 2 tracks from this film, and we're going to listen to a few more. So,
Yeah.
do we think it's a good time?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's
let's
the
go.
next
Alright.
one?
Absolutely.
All right, guys.
The next one is track 4. It's the introduction of the RAM.
Yes.
Yeah.
HT&T, right?
And that's you, right, Kay?
Yeah.
That is track 4.
You're the Ram, right?
Austin's the
I'm
RAM.
the Ram.
Austin's the Ram. Sorry,
Yeah.
Austin.
It's a very playful song, very reflective
It is
of
Of my
of your
bubbly
personality.
personality.
You'll see.
All right, you'll all see. All right, everyone. Here is track number 4 off of the unreleased film album,
Yeah.
Elemental 4.
That's right.
And the song is called Horse Tranquilizers and Tonic.
Shout out to Keith Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yep.
All right. That was song number 4. You want to tell us the name again?
Horse tranquilizers and tonic.
Not to be forgotten.
All right.
So we've been talking about Dhara's upcoming film from the live album that they have been producing, and it's called Elemental 4, and they're going to be playing this film in Belmore on December 5th, and if you're just tuning in now, you know everything that's going on, and you're all caught up. So I just wanted to say real quick, it is Radiothon, everybody, and do we like listening to Dhara on the air? You guys kind of like being here, right?
I like being here. I like being here. I like being on the radio.
Well, guess what? The only way they could be here is if we receive a donation, all right? Because you donating to WUSB allows us to have local bands live in the studio talking about their music and talking about what they got going on. And, if you feel like donating, you can do that. And I am here until 4 o'clock, so feel free to call us. And when we get a new song on at 631-632-6901, or head over to our website at WUSB.FM. Thank you.
All right, awesome.
I'm getting a mug.
Yeah.
And a sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Yo, I keep telling everyone, I wear the sweatshirt. I almost wore it today, but I was just too comfortable. So I was like, all right, when I get home.
That's fair.
When I'm done in 2 hours.
Well, between the way that we all drink coffee, those mugs are going to come in handy.
Yeah.
They're big, too. They're
Nice.
they're like those big, kind of metalish ones.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I definitely want
The
one.
mugs, the sweatshirts are great. Like I was saying before, too, anytime I do see a radio DJ that has been here for, 40, 50 years, basically, and they have old T-shirts, and I'm always like, wow, I missed a good one.
Yeah.
I missed a good one 30 years ago.
I was looking outside. It was quite a history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, yeah. We used to be an AM station, and then we were FM, and we're actually getting ready to celebrate our 50 years
Damn.
on
Wow.
air. Yeah,
It's
but
funny.
not yet. I think we have one more year. We're planning it in advance, but I think we're at 48 years right now.
Wow.
That should
Wow.
be something
Actually.
special.
That's a long running radio
long
It's
station.
funny because
Yes.
I went to Stony Brook a long time ago, and so back then, the WSB studios were actually in the Union, in the old Union before all the remodeling and whatever else has happened, I guess. It's even back then there were local bands coming on, and
Oh yeah.
the scenes changed a little bit, but the importance of kind of having this platform for people who are just doing music for the love of it, is actually really crucial. And you can kind of see that because I came across a bunch of interesting local music through listening to this station. So
Yeah.
it's been cool.
Yeah, it definitely remains even I don't know who's listening to us right now, but I used to do a lot of local shows, but now I'm kind of in a different. I don't know. After COVID, I've just been doing sound engineering, so it's I'm glad to still at least have a platform for people. Even if I'm not booking shows all the time, it's
Right.
I'm still here for everyone. And WUSB does so many events too. It's just they're always supporting everybody. So it's definitely cool. And all the DJs are so different.
Oh yeah.
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 So
There's a lot of variety. I
so
think
much
actually,
variety.
Works out super well.
Yeah. So we get to be here. Thanks to everyone's donations. So, but almost 50 years of a community-run radio station is pretty crazy, honestly. So,
Yeah.
yes,
That's pretty rare.
it's pretty
It
rare.
is, yeah.
And so here we are. But I'm super stoked for you guys to finish your film. That's
Yeah.
so much time and
We're-
creativity, though, and work that
we are overtly proud about it. for
Yeah.
I
sure.
bet. And
Yeah.
it's a big deal, actually, because, you guys really are working hard. And I remember when you started bringing out those, light towers.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's no one was even really, going that
It's-
extra step. So you guys are always, going
It's weird
that extra
because they're
step.
part of the story too.
Yeah.
These
Yeah.
towers are actually reflected in the story. It's weird how ideas come about. David Lynch. He talks about
It
ideas.
sounds so familiar,
He
but...
did Blue Velvet, Twin Peaks, stuff like
Okay,
that.
yeah.
But he equates ideas to fish, and you have to go fishing for them, and they exist already. And your job is to try to go fish and get them out. And for this, it was very much like, oh, yeah, this piece and this piece. And, like, everything came together pretty naturally, you know?
Yeah.
Like, the towers were made, but, like, I didn't think they were going to be part of the story. This came, like, naturally, you know?
Yeah, you already had it.
Yeah.
Well, I think one thing for us was, like, I don't know if, like, this is common for, like, other bands. Maybe it isn't. But, like, the four of us are, like, really good friends.
Mm-hmm.
And so we just enjoy spending time together and, like, doing creative stuff.
You know what's... I'm going to stop you right there. It's funny you say that because I feel like a lot of the time people are very good friends, but they also, like, can't stand each other. So, all right, continue.
So these guys were my groomsmen.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all three of them.
Yeah, I love that for you guys.
Yeah,
Like, it's nice to... It's refreshing to hear, like, you guys spend all this time together. Work, talk every day, but you still love each other.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it's a big part of our lives.
I know,
it really
that's
is.
great.
So even just, like, the towers, like, it was just kind of like... We're so used to kind of, like, tugging on creative threads and just, like, kind of seeing, like, where that's going to lead us. And just since we're talking the towers... Like, Chris calls me up. This is like a random Sunday in, like, I think July 2019 or something.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, what are you doing today? And I'm like, nothing. He's like, I want to build something. Do you have some time? Okay, cool. So he shows up, draws the sketch of this tower. He's like, I think it should be 7 feet tall. And, like, I want to put a light in the middle. And, like, can we do this? I'm like, all right, let's go to Home Depot. And so we went out. We bought some PVC and some wood and a bunch of brackets and, like, hardware. And then just prototyped the first thing that day. And then when that was ready, he's like, okay, cool, let's go to Guitar Center and, like, buy a light. So he bought a light, and then he calls his mom, and she's like, Mom, can you build a sleeve for this? Can you stitch a sleeve for this tower? So in, like, the span of probably 2 days, we had the first thing, like,
Wow.
built. And it's just, and I just remember it being so fun to do.
Yeah.
And, you know, then we started learning into, like, okay, how do we sync this to music? And then that's when some really nerdy stuff
And we got
kinda
real
started.
technical.
Which we also enjoy. And, you know, we started building the slideshow in 2019.
Yeah.
And I think the funny part is that, like, we built the light show as, like, the thing for not having a singer. So that way it's like when you go see an instrumental band, it's just like a couple of dudes on stage just playing instruments. But now it's like, now we have lights.
I like to say you really have to like compensate for the fact that we don't have a
We don't
sing.
I don't know if you really need to compensate as much as you think you do, but it works for
joking.
you guys.
Yeah,
So.
right.
I think it was just also, like, you know, for us, it's been, like, the music is fun. And we wanted to just see, like, how far we could take it, right?
Yeah,
So-
I don't want to wait to get big to, like, do these things that I've always wanted to do and, like, have a big show.
Yeah, do them now.
Yeah, do it now.
Exactly.
Well, I think to reinforce the idea of the movie is because, like, there's a topic of, like, unity, like the whole, like, thing about, like, coming together to, like, basically overcome or create this, like, really cool thing. And that's kind of, like, just been reinforced throughout our, like, entire lives as a band. So, like, to put that as a visual representation, as an audible representation is, like, yeah, it speaks to that truth.
Yeah, I just think it's funny how you're like, we don't have a singer, so here's 5 ballerinas. We don't have a singer,
Yeah,
so
'cause we
here's
totally
these tower
take,
lights
we totally
that's
take
made
the
by
path
hand.
of least resistance.
Yeah, oh, no, yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
No.
We love dragging our light show to every show.
Yeah.
It's
We do, actually.
great though.
It's
Like
fun.
you see that now too. I feel like a lot of people who would just like walk into somewhere would be like, "Oh, is Dhara playing?" Like they might know because they're unique. Like you didn't just buy those from IDJ Now and like pop them up.
When people go to our shows, we want them to know, oh, like, who are these guys?
Yeah.
What's going on? Like,
These guys care.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like
You know,
there's a difference between playing a show and then putting on a show.
Putting
and
on.
Yes.
like for us, we're like always the ones that like just want to put on a show because
Mm-hmm.
like those are the things that like you remember.
Yeah.
And then we go back to our day jobs.
Yeah.
But I honestly like a lot of people miss that though. I feel like you go to concerts and yeah, like then it's like the set's over. You know, it's like
Yeah.
But it is nice that you guys want to put on a show because like that's the whole reason why we would call it a show. You know,
Yeah.
and yeah, I feel like that gets lost sometimes.
Well, I think one thing for us that's always been like driving us to do this is it's rewarding for us to write music and play music that, you know, is like, you know, it's like, 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 it's like we lose ourselves in. And if that extends to people outside the band, that's even better.
Yeah.
So everything we've done has just been more to just follow that thought, really. It's just to be, what can we do that's actually like really fun and satisfying for us? And that makes like almost 100% of our decisions, creatively and otherwise.
It's not to sound corny, but you know, like we don't fake anything. Like we want these songs are like they come from, you know, deep down, you know.
Yeah.
So
That's perfect. That's it though. That's the dream.
Yeah.
That's the dream right there.
yeah.
All right. Well, cool. So we got a little less than 15 minutes left, everyone.
Oh, we're gonna need every minute.
Every minute.
Play track 6.
Time for track 6.
Yeah.
So
this one is the name of the song is Volar el como globos, which is Spanish for fly like balloons, and balloons is reference to like hot air balloons. And I feel like this one I wrote like kind of for my mom, because she was a hot air balloon pilot before I was born, and when she was like 8 months pregnant, she was still flying hot air balloons in California. So I kind of like wrote this one kind of like around like the story of like her development as a person and like her personality. It's like a reflection. It's like a way of me like kind of being able to like process and let it go, kind of thing. So Volar el como globos.
very cool. Hot air balloon pilot. That's very rare to hear.
Right.
Yeah, wow. All right, so everyone, again, you're listening to WUSB, and I'm live in the studio with Dhara.
Yo.
Woo woo.
Hey.
All right, here's their track number 6 from their new album that is still unreleased, everybody, up and coming. All right, everybody. If you've been tuning in, you've been listening to Dhara and Equilibrium Radio here on WUSB 90.1 and 107.3 FM. Dhara, thank you guys for being here. Please tell everybody where they can find you and where they can see your show that's tonight, as well as your movie that's coming out on December 5th.
Sure. So thank you, WUSB, for having us. And Dhara, spelled D-H-A-R-A. You can find all of our information on our website, which is dhara.dharamusic.com. We have a show tonight in Brooklyn at Gold Sounds. Doors are at 7:30. And you can see our movie premiere for Elemental 4 at Belmore Movies on December 5th.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Again, this has been Equilibrium Radio. I'm DJ Goomz. I'll see you in 2 weeks, 2 to 4 p.m.